This is BBC Radio London.
Robert Elms.
I was at the Green Man Festival this summer, which is not normally where I am. It's in the Welsh Valleys and it always rains. But sort of about 6 o'clock on a Saturday night, the sun broke through, the sylvan valleys were all around us, and this woman, Shirley Collins, took to the stage. And she sang, and it was rather beautiful and haunting and ethereal. Although, you know, I had been at a festival for 24 hours then, so anything was fairly
Even
haunting.
you were ethereal.
I think I was. And I saw this performance and I thought, great, that was interesting. And then, but I hadn't seen this film. And now this documentary was at the LFF last week and is now out and about in London. And it is absolutely gorgeous. And I wish I'd seen it before I'd seen her, because it tells the story of Shirley Collins, who was the first female of folk. And she was the sort of leading lady at this, the kind of, you know, this ethereal voice that floated above it all. She went with Alan Lomax to do the field recordings in the 50s across the South. All that stuff that's on the Coen Brothers' Where a Brother Were Out Thou soundtrack. And she was instrumental in doing all of that. I mean, literally kind of recorded it all. And then came back and she did albums. She was top of the folk charts. And then she lost her voice. When this guy left her for another woman, she was so devastated and heartbroken that it actually broke her voice, and she never got it back. And then years later, she kind of got gently coerced back into singing and finding her voice again.
Is she in a film? Is this linked into a film?
This is the documentary
Oh,
about the Ballad of Shirley Collins. It's called The Ballad of Shirley Collins.
Oh.
That's what
I thought this was all about your afternoon in a field.
No, I didn't. I learned all this now. I wish I'd known that then. I wish I knew back then what I know now. And absolutely beautiful story. It's about this land of ours, Sussex, Lewis, with the kind of strange... She lives in Lewis, which has got all that strange firework lights, like burning stuff. Yeah, very, very odd. But very much part of our pagan tradition. And it's all about kind of instruments being handmade, and it's absolutely beautiful. And she's this kind of very... She's this very kind of down-to-earth, matter-of-fact woman to whom terrible things have happened, and she just wanted to be a folk singer with her sister Dolly. And this documentary by Rob Curry and Tim Plester touches on all of that and really, really moved me. It's about music that I'm not particularly sort of au fait with. It's not my thing, and yet folk and jazz have always been sort of lumped together. I don't know if that's because of the sort of the smoky clubs kind of, but I think it's also because they come from the same well of the earth.
They're roots music,
they're rootsy, aren't they? So. Yeah. So, you know, this is all about the English stuff, so it's a lot of stories of terrible hardship and degradation. So it's about the marginalised. So it is a blues. It's kind of an English blues in a way. And it brought a tear to my eye several times. It's absolutely beautiful. Her voice is much changed now, and she kind of delivers it now rather than kind of, you know, fairy kind of delivers it in the old 50s. But it's very worth seeing, this film. It's on in Crouch End and in the picture houses. You have to seek it out, The Ballad of Shirley Collins. But it is absolutely, it's kind of heartbreaking and uplifting and the most English thing you'll ever see.
Brilliant. So that's a good documentary. We'll talk about some more films later. The Death of Stalin I want to hear about.
Yep.
What could I play? Okay, that one.
Got any folk?
No, not really. Does Beck count? Yeah.